Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody? My name is Jay, and I'm your host today. And my co-host to my left is Tajri, and this is episode 11 of the Divine Departure podcast. Dropping another one on your head top. It's another one. We out here. DJ Khaled, we here, we chilling, we growing, we grinding, and today's gonna be a good episode.
Absolutely.
We're gonna switch it up. Fortunately, One Piece they failing on us always, so we ain't got an episode from them. Maybe we get another one next week. Who knows? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue the journey of Rising of the Shield Hero by talking about episode 2. And we're gonna go and talk about after that. We're gonna talk about Jujutsu Kaisen as the show. They came out with a movie which was pretty acclaimed and pretty anticipated for this year. So I unfortunately didn't get the chance to see it, but Taj did. So that's something that we're also gonna talk about and dive our fangs into, and we'll wrap up after that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with Rising of the Shield Hero.
Okay. Listen, side note. I almost rather watch Boruto than One Piece.
Almost. Really? It's that bad?
Almost.
Sheesh.
Because at the very least, Boruto is going to give me fire fighting scenes.
That's true.
We haven't even gotten a good fighting scene out of One Piece since.
I mean, I feel like the Akazaya 9 fighting against Kaido, I feel like that was cool. I feel like Luffy fighting Kaido that first time, I feel like that was kind of cool. I don't think it was crazy.
Okay, that'll be the last one. Luffy and Kaido.
Luffy and Kaido, the first one. I feel the first fight, the first round, that was pretty cool. That was pretty good.
It would have been Big Mom and Kaido, but they didn't feel like drawing it.
So. Bro, they never gonna show elite against elite against elite against elite. They never gonna do it. They never gonna do it, man. I'd love to see the day.
It's getting close. So. I hope
anyway. But getting into Rising of the Shield Hero, episode 2 is a good episode.
Yeah. You start I think it's gonna be interesting to see how the dynamic plays out between the slave girl. I forgot her name.
Raftalia. My girl. My home girl.
The dynamic is going to be interesting. Obviously, I don't know if it's because she looks human or not, but he's a bit more emotionally connected. I mean, he got her because she was cheap, and he figured he'd just train her up. But there is an emotional connection there, at the very least, like between like how she views him. I think he's trying to figure out like how he views her, because he wants to view her as a tool, but then at the very end of the episode, he's like, "Hey, listen, we both got to fight to live. Like we don't have a choice." So there is that that sympathy where you're not just seeing her as a tool, like if she die, I'll get another one type of thing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know what I mean? To me, episode 2 was very bond oriented. Like it's very bonding. Bonding with like Naofumi and Raftalia, and it, because of that episode and how like the show had played it out, it's gonna really show, and it's really gonna make sense in the future on how like the story goes, and we'll be able to make more predictions for season 2. But I thought it was a really well crafted episode. You know what I mean? Like a lot of content on her story. Her backstory was pretty bad. Parents died because of the wave or whatever. Got eaten, all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? And she's just like a regular girl who Because I look at her as a regular girl. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's a demi-human and
She's
shit like
a
that.
demi-human girl.
She's a demi-human, but like, you know, like 90% of the cast, 95, no, not 95% of the people that are watching are looking at Raftalia as she's not like an animal, she's a human being. Like these demi-humans, you know, they got tails, they got, you know, they got some whiskers, they got, you know, floppy wolf, dog, different types of ears type shit. But, you know, behind it all, they act like regular human beings, and you know, they're regular
Yeah.
people. So for them to be treated that way, it really shows like the start of, hey, you know, this world that we're living in, that we're trying to protect, that, you know,
Yeah.
the king had forcefully, you know, pulled all of these different heroes from different versions of Japan. You know, you could see that the world itself isn't a nice place.
Right. Yeah.
It's a fucked up place. And then it gives you perspective, because on my end, when I was watching this like a long time ago when it came out, you know, I'm looking at it in the sense of like, why is Naofumi even helping? You know what I mean? Like, why is he
Oh.
helping? Why is he helping this land, this world that, you know, is very much similar, the same to our own, you know, like it's a reflection. Like you have people who are prejudiced, you have people who you know, people that don't believe that other people should be
Well,
happy and live a regular life.
they said that the like I think there was a point where he wasn't gonna help, but basically they said we're not gonna send you home if you don't help us with the situation. So
Well, no, on top of that too, like they said, hey, you know, you can't leave until you die. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
like I think that's the silver lining that as I continue to watch the show, which I'm not gonna, you know, we're talking about it episode by episode,
yeah,
but
yeah,
when I
yeah,
was watching it from the first hand, I know this is your first experience, Taj, you know, I'm like, wait, I forgot about that. You know what I mean? I forgot
yeah.
that they have
And
to
the only
legit
reason he's
die.
staying is because you need all four heroes like to defeat. So he knows that he's gonna be needed at some point. He's just trying to train up until then. It's gonna be an interesting dynamic. I think my only thought was like, would it be smarter to get a cheap companion or a cheap slave that you could train up, or would it be better because before the guy that sold him the slave girl, he went to him and showed him like this wolf thing that was like level 15 or something, and he was like, well, I can't afford that, but I'm thinking like, wouldn't it have been smarter to wait, save up his coins, and then go get like something stronger?
Now that's like that.
Because I was thinking like, is she worth? Because he's already, he don't got too much like coin to just be buying whatever. So if anything, I thought he was gonna buy armor. That was my first thought. I thought he
Nah,
was.
he already got armor. He got a shield. You know what I
No,
mean?
well, yeah,
Like
he got the shield, but he lost the armor because the girl and the dude, the sword dude, did him slime. So I thought he was gonna eventually go get better armor because all he has like outside of the shield is that little cape. But yeah, anyway. So I thought he was either gonna get armor or I thought he would like if he's gonna get a companion or something, like get one that's stronger than him to make up for his like lack of attack. But he got something that's weaker than him. Now she still be putting in work, she still be putting in work, and she could definitely get better. But I don't know. When I saw the wolf thing, I was like, "Yo, save up and get the wolf thing."
I mean, yeah, that's also I think that's another like play of a topic, like a play of an idea in the show. And I think the show itself, like they kind of play on different scenarios, how like if you went this path, like people are gonna think about it afterwards, like why did you choose like episode by episode, they're gonna be like, why did you
Yeah,
choose Ralph Talia? But you know, I think that in the essence of being the shield hero, and you know, I already watched the show, so I'm not going to necessarily spoil for anybody
yeah,
who, for us, podcast purposes, but also like, viewers watching. But you know, the like the animation and the story was done so well that like it kind of made me when I was watching it, and I ended up realizing this is kind of the truth. But when you watch it, you realize that the Shield hero, although he's not necessarily the most offensive based hero, and he doesn't have like all of these different he has a lot of different tricks up his sleeve, but he's not necessarily an offensive fighter. You realize that he is the most valuable person. And I believe that like as being the Shield hero, like his MO is a little different from all the others. And like, I feel like what he did with Raftalia was good because like as the Shield hero, you have to like be able to work with people. You have to be able to compromise with people, and to have like a companion that he picked that he doesn't necessarily, I don't think he sees her that way, you know what I mean, like right now in the story, like at the end of the episode, I think he sees her as like someone that's fighting by his side, that he cares about, but in some degree. But I really think that like for the Shield hero, like the essence of being a Shield hero is that you have to be able to find goodness, and you have to be able to find goodness in people, but you also have to be able to believe that you won't be able to do something alone if you don't have a good team with you. Okay. And I think Raftalia, although she was damaged and she was broken and beaten and battered, she provided him as a good teammate to let him know, hey, okay, like now I know, okay, after this situation with the two-headed dogs and I almost died, you will be able to fight, you were able to stay with me in battle. And having someone like that who loves their master and who will fight for their master is better than having a demi-human or some huge creature that's mad strong that is only just going to listen to your commands because they have to. So like
that makes sense.
I think that him making a pact with her, I feel like it was the best decision because it's like we'll see, how strong she gets and how strong he gets, but the ability of giving somebody a new chance and having them like see you as like someone that's cared for, and then they know that like at any cost I have to protect you. Like that's way better than having someone that's like, you like, yo, creature, come and protect me and die for me right now. You know what I mean? Type shit.
And I'm sure like there are, I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure there are characters like that just kind of use their slaves or use their creatures, but they don't really. So no, I like that. I mean, it's going to be a journey to see how they develop that air. The new movie got the air shield is kind of broken.
bro, it's crazy.
The show just started. But I was like, wait, he can deploy it anywhere in front of anything? I was like, dang, that's already like a great move.
Well, bro, this is the beauty of his power. His power absorbs anything, and everything. And because it absorbs every and anything, the possibilities of if you're leveling up different types of shields, it becomes endless. And that's the beauty of the show, because it's like you think of the Shield hero as some paladin with no sword that can't defend himself, but the Shield hero is real important because, bro, like there's no other, like all the other heroes, all they got is they have to level up their strength. But this dude has like, he's on some like demon souls, some like dark souls, like he's leveling up the, like I'm saying in the sense, like I'm making a comparison, but he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna boost up my intellect so I can use this type of power to conjure some type of fire thing,
like, or whatever. Stringing it all together, like
exactly.
If I do this, it'll lead to this.
Exactly. So it's right now it's a beautiful point of being in the show, because it's like you're starting to see, okay, the air shield, and then now we're we're gonna be really itching for more. Like, okay, he did the air shield. There's got to be like an offensive. There's got to be an offensive shield attack. Like
when
you
he
go.
starts stringing these together, it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, bro. He fed his shield to that two-headed dog. Bro, who knows what's gonna come out of the shield? Is it gonna turn into a freaking wolf's bane? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, but it's fun, it's exciting, and it's interesting to see that, because it's like, yo, that's a you know, we've seen a lot of like anime, like MMO type animes, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but I feel like this one is the most unique because of the fact that like it's more of we're looking at this dude who he has like abilities that we don't even know. Like, because of the fact that the world is so endless, although it's like a game, like you're essentially creating your own cheat codes. It's like GTA back in the day. It's like GTA when you just plugged in a cheat code to get a rocket launcher or to get a helicopter. You know what I mean? Like he could create that cheat code by just being in the wild and collecting shit.
It's definitely gonna be a journey. I think what I'm eager to see actually is like out of the four heroes, the one that interests me the most is the bow hero. The hero of the bow. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, based on like, I think we've had it's either 2 or 3 shield upgrades, and they've both been like major upgrades. So I'm like, if you upgrade a bow, like what type of stuff are they about to come up with?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, honestly, bro, like, you know, now fool me, you know, 200 points, the rest of the squad. Nah, I don't know, you know, but you know, it's gonna be a journey to see.
He's grinding though, so.
But that's the thing. He's grinding, and bro, he's like a dude who's just trying to get a great opportunity. That's just putting in the work. But he prepping. Everybody's like, yeah, you're a rapist. You did this. You did that. You did this. He just came there like 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You come to some random world that you was using your own world, had your own family. You got teleported to a whole new world, and then immediately you get fucked over by the king's daughter. You know,
it kind of sucks that he can't taste food, but
yeah,
that would immediately. I like his character though, because that would immediately like, I can't taste food, I can't enjoy myself, so like, there's nothing else to do but grind. Like, there's no like, you're not there to like. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a video game, unfortunately, and it's funny because all of the other characters could taste food, could eat food. Like, he has to eat food to survive. But you know, it's interesting. Like, you know, even with his ability to withstand a lot of damage, like with those, like he had like a thing on his side, one of those balloons or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he can take 100 balloons, you know, chewing at him, and then, you know, not be able to take a freaking, you know, two-headed dog ripping his arm off. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Like, it's interesting at like, you know, what can really hurt him, and it's crazy because he can really get hurt. You know?
Yeah. It's looking fun. It's looking fun. What I'm thinking is, I might start going 2 episodes at a time.
Right.
And then I'll have us kind of get through it a little bit quicker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next time I'll probably do 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
And then, you know.
It's a great show to binge. Like, you know, because
I'm enjoying the process.
Because when I watched it, I think I watched it after I watched it while I was getting to the end of season 1, right? And there was a lot of episodes already, so I was binge watching a lot of it. And then the last few episodes, I had to wait once a week to watch it. But it's a great journey, bro. Like, it's really a great journey, and it you know. There's not a lot of anime that like, you know, we talk a lot about One Piece and like trying to see turmoil, and like a lot of other animes that like don't necessarily show, like, it's just too playful. It doesn't show like seriousness, like kind of human type, humanistic, you know, feelings and behaviors and stuff going on. But like, this anime really shows, like, off the bat, like, yo, you feel it when you like, damn, now Fumi gets fucked over. People believe that he's this type of person. Like, nobody want to listen to him. Nobody wants
Right.
to, feel for him. Like that shit hurts. It hurts. It
He's
hurts.
very relatable. I feel like we've all been there as people. We've all been there before. So
Yeah, for sure. And the experience is just gonna help him grow. Like right now, like he's learning stuff, he's in the lab. But bro, like I feel like he's gonna be the type of dude in the next season and still moving forward that's gonna be able to hold it down, be able to hold the Calvary.
nah,
Cause
no,
he,
he's not. No, he's not.
yeah, because he's the only one out of the whole squad that like was asking questions or at least thinking logically. Like, yeah, well, these people brought me here to this world. Like, something must really be going on. Let me at least hear them out. Everybody's like, nah. We need compensation. We need reconciliation. Nah. So it's gonna be fun.
Nah, absolutely. I think that if I do 2 episodes at a time, unless there's something fire coming up, then yeah, it'll be a good pace to go at it because I'm getting excited. So.
Yeah, for sure. And into that topic, we're gonna go and we're gonna talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. So, bro, I watched the anime when it came out. I showed you some fire Toto scenes. How you feeling? How you feeling watching the anime? How you feeling watching going seeing the movie this past weekend? How you feeling with everything?
There's a lot. There's a lot to take in. I always gotta give my Shippuden references, get those out the way, right? So
Right.
I don't think it's crazy to say that like Gojo Sensei has some like inspirations of Kakashi. I don't think it's too crazy to say that.
Bro, no, say that shit, cause bro, they compare, bro. If you look at Instagram, they compare him to Kakashi all the time, bro.
Like,
say that shit.
I don't think it's too crazy to say that.
Hell yeah, bro.
And I like new age anime because anime is constantly building off of each other. Like everybody copies something from somebody, and like if we're talking about mainstream animes, and this is why like starting off, I only watch mainstream animes. Because if we're talking about mainstream animes, like I see a lot of old stuff in the new stuff. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like I see inspirations from older animes in new age animes. So Gojiro Sensei 1, like he's a sensei. He got the silver hair, he got the eye covering. So the comparisons are definitely there. And it just gives me an appreciation. And it's like the anime community is building off of each other.
Absolutely.
And then they when the anime could break the fourth wall, like I said, that scene where he was like, I thought I'd get a Dodon Ray or a Rasengan or a Spirit Gun or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Breaking that fourth wall. I think we're gonna see that more often.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, I think, and this is kind of a side note, but I think one of the biggest shows that really plays upon all like a lot of different other animes is I think it's called Gintama. You probably haven't seen it, but it's essentially this dude who has a yukata. He's like a silver haired dude, and he has like his two compadres, which is some like black haired glasses nerd and some like kung fu like red haired girl that like accompanies him. And bro, the show really is nothing, bro. It's just them doing dumb shit, but it's funny. But they do a lot of references.
Yeah. That sounds like there's this old anime called only the OGs would know it. It's called Bobo 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 Bobo.
Yep. Yeah.
And Bobo 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 was another one where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna kind of bring characters together and do a whole bunch of anime like memes. And so we could see that's the thing with the audio. That's not really a smooth transition to turn him into.
Transition, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's Bobo 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 Bo is another one that's like we're just gonna take like 3 characters. Well, it's four. It's four of them,
For them,
and
yeah.
then kind of just play a bunch of memes out of it. So, but anyway, overall, like it's definitely a 5 star. I'd say it's definitely a 5 star anime. Um, that's why it was in theaters. I think what they gotta do is like this is just a slight critique, just a small critique. And this is I'm not talking about the movie yet. I'm just talking about the anime. Um, the power scaling is getting a little sloppy, and it's hard to tell like outside of. So basically, this is what I'm talking about. So they talked about the at the end of the show, the old man. He said I think the first years or the first he said I think the first grade sorcerers should like lead us into the future. And so he asked Toto and the other girl, like, who are y'all recommending? And they recommended Yuji, um the girl with the hammer, Maki, uh and then what's his name with the black hair?
My boy Megumi.
Megumi, and then there's a fifth person. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Panda. Was it Panda? I think it was Panda.
It might have been, yeah, I think it was
I
Panda.
think it was Panda. Oh, so those are the 5 that were like recommended. Um, but my whole thing is like, is that a recommendation off of potential? Because like other than Yuji and Panda, like the other 3, like they're not amongst the strongest sorcerers. So like, is that just off of like what? Because obviously we know Yuji, he's inheriting like the powers off the fingers from the demon dude. So we know Yuji got hella potential, and Panda was trained by the principal, so we know Panda got hella potential. But Maki is like and then the girl with the hammer is and then what's his name? Fuji, the black hair dude. I always forget his name.
Yeah,
I was, but we know he has the latent potential, but he hasn't necessarily like shown that in the show. So I'm trying to figure out what they're basing that off of. But I think the power scaling is kind of
it's kind of get out of hand.
it's very unpredictable. I'm not even gonna say it's a bad thing. It's very like unpredictable.
Well, I mean, I think that in regards to like because at the end of the day, like the special grade sorcerers, they're dealing with the top of the line shit. You know what I mean? But grade one, you have grade one. Well, you have grade 4 all the way to grade 1, and then you have special grade 1, and then you have special grade. So it's like if they're going to grade 1, then I don't think it's that bad, or semi grade 1, because I think Yuji's got what it takes to be grade 1. I think he's strong as shit.
Yeah, but is he without the demon half? That's what I'm saying.
With
Like
Sukuna,
that's what I'm saying. Like just on his own, like I don't.
I think he would probably be semi grade 1, or he would probably be like grade 2. But I mean, like it, like
it's hard.
I feel like if we take like Sukuna out of the equation, because Sukuna is like Sukuna is a special
he's
grade.
above special grade because he.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sukuna is an animal. Sukuna is a monster. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if we take Sukuna out of the equation, like, I feel like the whole squad, like include like well, not even. I wouldn't talk about the whole squad. I would say Yuji in particular. I feel like he would. I think he would be like grade 2. He would be great too, and I think that's with him learning how to use like curse energy, because that's not something that like even though he had Sukuna's fucking cursed finger that he ate, bro, he didn't know how to use no powers. Like he had, like there was necessarily no way that he could fight anybody or win and beat any curses without turning into Sukuna. So like the grind, the grind right now of him like fighting and like learning and being better, like I feel like that's helped him. But I think also like the interaction, even if we took out, like if we took Toto out of the equation, he would definitely be great too, because Toto like helped him like in certain aspects like refine his ability. So if Toto didn't help him refine it, then bro, he would essentially be grade 2, grade 3.
Yeah, because I feel like he's dependent right now in the show. I feel like he's dependent a lot on his athletic ability.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he's used. I feel like he's using his regular athleticism and like keen senses, and then like a sprinkle of like curse energy, where like he's putting it in his fist so he could throw punches that are actually effective. But I'm not, in terms of like I would like personally, like if you take out Sukuna, I would take what's her name with the hammer. I would take him over him. I would take her over Yuji.
Oh yeah.
Because her actual like sorcery is busted. like the things she does, like the creativity she has with her sorcery is actually like she caught dude. And it's funny because when she explained her move, she said it mad quick. So if you wasn't paying attention, you might have missed it. But basically, the range on that move is basically unlimited. Like it doesn't really have a range. Like if she has either your blood or a body part, like she can catch you from
anywhere.
From any like at the last episode, she caught. You remember, dude got in the truck, and he was in the back of the truck, and then she caught him from the other side of the cliff, like on the truck going full speed. She was like, "Yeah, you don't got to rush me," and then caught him. And so that move is basically, it has unlimited range. And it operates off of either like a body part or your blood. So that's hello sorcery. Like Yuji don't have something like that. Like Yuji just throwing hands. So I hope in season 2 that we get some type of ability. Like I feel like Yuji just needs like other. Like it's just punching and kicking. You know what I mean?
I think he needs to refine his cursed energy. You know what I mean? I feel like he needs to refine it. I think that like I feel that every sorcerer had to figure out a way of using their power to get as strong as they did. Like Megami, like his whole family, like they were into like those familiars. Like all he doing is
right.
How? You know what I'm saying? Like all he was doing is how. So it's like, so like, yeah, like when you have like a good teacher to tell you like how to do it, and then you just practice it since birth for years, and then now you're in high school and now you're able to do that shit and you're able to fight. Like it's easy, but I feel like Yuji is the dude that kind of has the short leg of the stick. I think the show.
I just want to see some type of like we saw like Todo has the clapping, like you know what I'm saying, like people have actual like sorcery, some type of ability. Right now we just see you, like I said, outside of the demon in him, like I don't know, it's just punching and kicking. So I want to see a little bit more like just one. He don't need more, like just one. Like okay, this is
just one ability. Yeah. Well, I mean, bro, that's all they need. All they need is they need a refine. He needs one skill. All of them have one skill. Megami got the hound, Maki got the like, and it's bro, the animation on her shit. And I'm going like off topic, but the animation on her hammer, like when I first saw it, she threw the nails up and the nails went straight, and then bro, she ran. Did some fucking twist shit, and then she fucking hit it while she's doing a spin kick, and then this shit connected, and I'm like,
yep. The thing that gets me mad about her is she be running out of nails. I was like, yo, you should have 60,000 nails on you at all times.
my
She was
thing
like,
is,
I ran out of nails. I'm like, or she
bro.
should have a way that like the nails come back to her or something.
No, bro. This is what would be lit, bro. Think about it, right? Her cursed energy turns into a nail, so it's unlimited. You feel
No,
me?
no,
That would
you
be
can't.
crazy.
No, they explain that. They explain that with the with Maki's sister, the little sister. Basically, the girl with the revolver.
No, that's two different people. You talking about you? I think I'm talking about Makio, the one with the hammer, the one with the toy hammer with the
Yeah,
nails.
isn't my there's Maki and then
It's
there's my
Makio.
Makio, my fault.
I think what you're talking about is the sister of Makio, the girl with the glasses
Yeah,
who
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
she
That's what I'm
doesn't have
talking
any
about.
power, but she has like she has like the swords and like all the like the special curse grade tools to like fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they explained it because she uses the revolver and she explained like, hey, like I don't have the abilities like the fighting abilities that my sister has, but I have cursed energy and my sister don't. And like she explained, like she uses a revolver because you can count the shots, but then she uses cursed energy to make a bullet. But literally, they said it takes her like I think she could make a bullet a day. I think like that's how much cursed energy it takes. Like in one day she could make one bullet, and so she uses that as like a trump card because people count her shots because it's a
Yeah.
revolver. But then she has like a seventh. There's a hidden like seventh shot that she could make using her energy, but it takes hella energy to make a physical object. So that wouldn't really work with the hammer and nails. My thing is
Yeah.
like I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to just like have the nails come back to you. Like if she could control them that much, I feel like there should be a way that like they could come back or something. So
Yeah, maybe
'cause the whole
maybe
like the last episode when she did the thing when she snapped her finger, I was like, "Damn, you could control the nails like that." Like she was like, "I haven't showed you this one yet," and then turned around, snapped her finger, and the nail exploded. And I'm like, "Wait, she has that much control?" I was like, "She should be able to just like call them back." I called them back to her. So
well, I mean, either that or she just carry a set of
or just
100
carry,
nails.
just
Carry a set of
carry.
100 nails. But you got to be real tactical because once those nails run out, like you either got to run away or you got to find a way
Yeah,
to fight
she's
again.
useless. That was the thing. Like that was the thing. It happened like twice in the whole
Oh
show.
yeah.
Where she was like, "I'm out of nails. I can't do nothing." I'm like, "Damn!" Like there's nothing you
Yep.
can do. But anyway, so yeah, I think Yuji needs an ability. Um, and outside of that, I mean, I have no other like no other gripes with the show. Has been great. I could tell you a little bit without spoiling. Shout out to this girl named Abby. I'm not gonna put her whole government out there, but me and Abby went to see. Let's see, that's true. This gives me Assassin's Creed vibes. Anyway, me and Abby went to go see the Jujutsu Kaisen. She invited me out, and you know, I'm not gonna spoil you nothing. What I will say is, and I think I already told you this, bro, but that whole thing that happened with Toto taking out hella special grades or whatever, they don't show it in the movie. So I'm telling y'all now. We don't find out who Panda's sister is. So I'm telling y'all that now. I'm just trying to
Damn.
save y'all. Like if y'all thinking of buying a ticket just to find out who Panda's sister is, I'm telling you now, like they don't tell it.
That's why I'm gonna wait 3 months till they come out
Um
because that's all I care about.
essentially the story the movie is a backstory to events that happened approximately a year before like the main anime, maybe a year and a half. It's like a year and change. I think the anime, like when the show starts, it puts it at like 2 years, so it's about a year and a half before the main anime starts. And so it's a lot of great information. Like contextually, it's a lot of like information that they like hinted at, but they never explained. So they take the time in the movie to explain stuff. But the movie, I will say that the main thing the movie did was set up like season 2 really nicely. It sets up season 2 really nicely. I feel like at the end of season 1, it's kind of like, okay, like they get missions, they go hunt down the curse, they kill the curse, they go home. You know what I'm saying? But the movie is adding layers to like what the enemy's trying to do. Like the enemies, like the so it becomes more than just like, you know, let's get a mission to find the curse to get the curse. The enemy is actually plotting, and it goes into the backstory of why the enemy is the enemy. It goes into stuff like that too. So, yeah. So, but I think it leads the movie overall. I will give it probably a 5 out of 5. Like if we're talking about anime movies, it's definitely better than the My Hero movie. I'll say that.
Sheesh.
Better than the My Hero movie.
Better than My Hero.
My impression walking out the theater was like, I have more questions. Like it led to more questions. So,
well, I mean,
setting up season 2 pretty nice.
I definitely hope that they because Crunchyroll now is they sponsor the movie, and I'm hoping that in the next 3 months they can drop that movie in Crunchyroll. People who have subscriptions can watch that shit, and then we could kind of get ready because I don't think everybody right now, due to COVID, people still not having. Some people might not be working. Money may be tight. You know, a lot of people aren't gonna go and see the movie when it initially drops. And I feel like I was one of those people when the Demon Slayer, the movie trailer came out.
A lot of people in Russia are not gonna see the movie.
A lot of people in Ukraine aren't going to see the movie either. So it's you know, that's one of those things. But you know, my only wish is that they drop it in the next, before the anime comes out, before the new season comes out. Like, drop the fucking movie.
When's the new one supposed to come out? Do you know?
They haven't dropped. They haven't said it.
Date? No?
So I'm hoping maybe they give us some time, add it on there. The same how they did it with the Mugen Train arc.
Yeah.
Throw that shit on the Crunchyroll so we could digest it, so I could watch it, and then from there, then we could get on the new shit. We could get on the new wave. But you know, I mean, I'm excited. You know, Jujutsu Kaisen, I watched it a long time ago. I gotta still rewatch it because I be watching stuff all the time, and I be forgetting shit, and all the homies be watching that shit like after years later, and I just be like, yeah, like. For the most part, I remember shit, but some things be a blur. So, you know, that's something I'm definitely, bro. When that movie drop on fucking Crunchyroll, I'm gonna be watching that shit, watching the whole anime, and then watching that next season, and that's it.
Yeah, essentially, like, it's yeah. I can't say too much, but after watching the movie. Like, I felt like Yuji, like, just he needs some type of something. Like, I don't think he can punch and kick his way through the whole show.
Yeah, for sure.
He needs some type of, you know, like, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Not Makio. That's the girl. The dude with the black hair. That's
Megami.
Why do I want to call him everything else but his name? I think I'm trying to call him his last name, and I keep forgetting what it is. Anyway, Megami did the domain expansion at the end of the show, so maybe. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if Yuji could do that with the curse inside of him. So I don't know. I feel like he just.
Yeah, that's odd. I mean, you know that's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't think he could do that. So I don't.
That's a good point.
He needs something. Like,
because I feel like he would. I feel like as soon as he dropped the domain expansion, I feel like it would get counteracted, and especially because of the fact that like Sukuna, like he doesn't even remember this blood pact that he made with Sukuna when Sukuna killed him.
Yeah, he don't remember it.
You don't remember it, so it's
and they haven't even. I don't know what the pact is because Sukuna said, okay, here's the deal. He said, when I say the word extension, you give me 1 minute. and I promise not to hurt I promise not to hurt anybody innocent. And then Yuji said no. And then Sukuna said, okay, here's the other pack. I just take over your body if you could beat me in the fight. And then he was like, yeah, let's fight. And then he got one shotted and then woke up. So I'm like, which one did they do? Because
No, bro, it's obviously the second one because he died. He died. Dude don't remember. He don't remember the pack. Like, bro, like Sukuna tested him too. Like he came out of his hand and was like, yo, you remember whatever, whatever? Nah, I slithered back in.
yeah, but I'm
That was
like,
it.
I don't know. That seemed pretty specific.
I mean, bro,
Like
all I
that
see
seemed
is
pretty specific to that. Cause I when he said the first one, I thought that would be fire. Like mid fight, Sukuna's like extension. And then like
nah, bro, that's not
just
fire
block.
because, bro, if Yuji's fighting with if he's fighting with homie, he's fighting with Gojo Sensei, like, and Sukuna got like all 11
No,
fingers.
he agreed to not hurt nobody though. Cause Sukuna said if I break the pack, like when you break a pack, you die. So
Yeah.
it's an actual like blood pack. So he at first he didn't say it, and then he was like, okay, and I promise not to hurt any of your friends. Like that was a part of the pact.
No,
So
I think he meant like whoever. I think he meant friends is Megami and the high school homies. I don't think he meant Gojo. I don't think he put like the higher ups in Jujutsu Tech in that category. I think it was only the homies, like the regular homies.
not because Yuji said like when they asked Yuji like why did he become a sorcerer, like he said like I'm lonely and I just want to make as many friends as possible so when I die there's people around me. So I think like every time he says that they show everybody. You know what I'm saying? They show like when who exactly he's talking about. So I feel like low key like either if they didn't do the first agreement,
Right.
I feel like they're gonna revisit that conversation and that's gonna because that's real specific. Like when I say extension, you give me control for 1 minute. Like that's real specific to not do. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna be that specific with the agreement, I feel like it's gonna happen at some point.
Well, I mean, I think it's gonna happen at like this is what I think, right? I think that everybody's plotting. I think that the Jujutsu sorcerers who are elite don't know what's going on, and
That's true.
I think something bad is gonna happen. I don't really know the scale of what is gonna how it's gonna be, but I think something bad. Like I feel like what these people are gonna do is gonna fall in place somehow, and it's gonna fall in Sukuna's favor in some form or way, some scenario. And then I think at that point it's gonna be like kind of like similar to like My Hero, where it's like, okay, we've done all this plotting, you know, all of the people that was supposed to kind of counteract this, they were late to the game. Now they're fucked, and now like the people that are left, they have to. Like Yuji, like the homies, the people that are strong enough to be able to fight the resistance, they're gonna have to be able to handle shit or else like we're doomed type shit. Like Tokyo, like Japan, the world is
Yeah,
doomed. So
yeah. There's
I,
hella plotting going on.
I think in this case, like with them, like with like these enemies taking over the tournament or whatever, like I guess you could call it a tournament, that race that they
Little
had
exam
on the exam,
competition thing. Yeah,
so those people going in and doing a domain expansion and locking down that area and doing a whole bunch of crazy shit and having like all of these like high school students fighting like special grade curses type shit. Like that
yeah.
shit was wild, bro. And I'm like, yo, like if they're doing that shit and Gojo can't even tap in because he's locked out, bro, like but they're gonna slip up. I feel like they're gonna slip up and it's gonna be it. Like I mean, but I'm not saying it's gonna be the end of the show. Like I'm definitely gonna say that like, we're as the people that are looking at the heroes, the people that are like, doing shit, we're gonna be looking at them, the young niggas to be, or the young dudes, whatever,
Right,
to
right.
be, ready to fight and to get stronger because, bro,
Well,
like
what we learned in the movie and they said it in the show, so this isn't spoiler if you haven't seen the movie, is that there was an incident with a kid that was a student 2 years prior, and so in the movie we learn about that kid, and basically, uh, like the bad guys and the good guys, like and well, because however you see it, like if you consider the school good or bad or however you look at it, but basically like that kid is still alive, um and like basically it's a battle for like where that trump card goes, but right now that kid is like basically neutral, and they're trying to figure out like everybody's trying to pull them in a different direction, and all of that, like they said in the show, the movie just kind of plays it out. But that whole incident was basically like he was a student, now he's not a student, and they explain why in the movie. Um, but I think that's gonna play a major factor in season two and moving forward. It's feeling like because is. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you: is Gojo too OP?
Nah, bro. Because
Like,
bro,
like I
if
know
he,
he's a good guy, but like I'm feeling like he's like compared. I'm thinking like compared to other anime, right?
yeah,
You got like All Might, you got like Naruto, or like the first Hokage. You got like if we're doing Black Clover, you got the Wizard King. Like when you think of the strongest people in the show, they're still like beatable. But
yeah.
so far nobody's even come close. Like it's not even, you know what I mean? Like Gojo is just
Nah, I mean, I think Gojo's beatable. I mean, bro, like, put it like this, right?
nobody, put it like this. Nobody has landed one like one strike. Like one.
No. You're right, but bro, I think that the enemy they understand that, but they're not necessarily trying to strike him down. I think in the sense they're trying to lock him out. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
it was apparent from
Yeah, yeah.
that exercise tournament, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that bro, Gojo is you know, you're supposed to be the strongest sorcerer in the world. On
Yeah.
top of him, the strongest sorcerer in the world, he is essentially probably one of the smartest men
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
show. So bro, put this in perspective. So for him to get duped like during the tournament, because the tournament is supposed to, or that event, whatever we want to fucking call it, I call
yeah,
it a tournament. That tournament, that event that happened with the two different schools, that was supposed to be on some safe ground. That's supposed to be
right,
on like
right,
school ground that's, you know,
right.
essentially guarded off. Like nobody's ever supposed to be there, or ever supposed to have, you know, and a curse is never supposed to be in that area, other than the curses that were were for
Yeah,
the
we're
exam
sanctioned for
purposes.
the exam. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So for these people to bring in a special grade curse that, you know, Yuji and Toto had to fight, but then on top of that, you know, this curse was bodying mad people, like the dude who
Yeah.
had the blood art that was part of Megami's family, like bodying
That's
mad
true.
people.
That's true.
The
Yeah.
dude with the you know, one of our homies, the dude with the voice,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
voice curse or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, you know, being that like the dude with the long hair, I don't remember that man's name, but I mean, I guess in the movie he didn't have that freaking
He had
stick.
the
He just had a regular forehead or whatever. But
yeah,
you know, bro, he planned that out perfectly. He's like, yeah, we're gonna insert this dude in here. They're never gonna see it coming, and they never saw it coming. And even Gojo was like, wait, when he peeped it, he was like, yo, we caught this late. So he
yeah.
got on the field and he couldn't even get in. He had to use his most powerful attack to send that shit all the way over to where Toto was at, and you know, essentially break the barrier. But
Yeah.
it's like,
No,
bro,
it's like moving him out of the equation is definitely the way to go. I just like you gotta do something with him eventually. Like I'm not gonna say I don't see him losing a fair fight,
Bro, I don't think he would lose
but
any fight, but the
he
problem
could definitely lose an unfair fight.
the problem is that he'll never lose a fight. But I think that because of the fact that they outsmarted him, they're gonna outsmart him again in some form of way. And that's just how bad guys are. You know what I mean? Like take it as you see it. Like the Batman movie, I went to go see it, the new one. Bro, the Riddler, like no spoilers to anybody, but the Riddler was fucking toying with this dude the whole movie. And I'm like, yo, this is big brain shit. And I'm not even seeing it happen until like, you know, some shit happened. Till this happened and that happened. And I'm not even seeing what this dude is laid out, but that's the beauty of having a good villain. You don't see it coming until it happens. And I think that Gojo is gonna get he's not gonna die, but he's gonna get caught up. And at that point, we're gonna really see like who the real ones lie. Like we're gonna really see who's gonna be out there in the trenches.
That's why a lot of the issues with Boruto is that Naruto is too strong, and so villains are constantly trying to get Naruto out the equation and then do whatever they got to do.
But Boruto's a rat at this point, bro. Boruto, bro. You know.
No. I'm just saying though, like it's the same type of like concept where it's like the strongest person is too strong. Let's just get them out the equation. It's funny though because good guys never think that way. Good guys just be like, we gotta beat them.
Bad guys be like,
nah, we're not trying to fight him.
Bad guys be like, yo, as long as I can take his mans down, bro, the plan is gonna be suavemente, docilmente. You know what I'm saying? We don't
gotta actually fight him. We just gotta misdirect him. So that we could do what we try to do over here.
But anyways, to my Boruto fans, to the ones that you know watch the show, rest in peace, Karama. Anyways, enough talk about that, right? Enough talk about that. You know, that was a pretty good discussion on the Jujutsu Kaisen side. Now we're gonna go do a couple trending topics, nothing crazy, you know, some funny shit, you know. First trending topic is for anybody who is interested or anybody who's played Overwatch in the past. Overwatch 2, the beta begins April 26th. Sucky part about it is that it's
out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I think the last notice that we had was that Blizzard was on some type of like death parade or death march because of the fact that people were getting fired left and right. The CEO got fired because he was doing some shit like on some, you know, sexual harassment shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of shit was going on, you know, a lot of female rights, a lot of like stuff that was kind of turning over the company. So it's kind of good that, you know, Overwatch 2 is kind of shining some light, not necessarily shining light on the situation, but kind of bringing Blizzard back because Blizzard isn't a bad company. Blizzard has bad people, some bad people
in there, some bad actors.
But Blizzard has made some great games. Yeah. And I'm excited to see them continually make games. You know, continually make more.
You gotta bring in the new energy, the new people, the new, you know what I'm saying? Bring it in. Yeah. Filter out all the old stuff. Bring in the new energy, start over. Overwatch 2, whether it's good or bad, people are gonna play it. People are gonna buy it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. And I'm hoping it's good because the PvP for original Overwatch is solid. You know, there's a couple things that, you know, the community wanted, like, you know, PvE, like, you know, story mode type shit. And I think the PvE is going to give us that introduction into like these different characters that we only see through reading lore. And I'm
saying the character design, that was the biggest thing. I might have said it in another episode, but I was like, Overwatch was one of my most highly anticipated games. And I'm not the type, like, if you know me, I don't really be anticipating games that much. But everything I saw before the game came out, everything I saw about Overwatch
was flawless.
And then I found out there was no story, no PVE, no nothing like that. And I fell off. And I still play Overwatch, don't get me wrong, but it's like the character design of that game is so good. It's like I'm trying to think, maybe Borderlands. I'm trying to think of another game that comes close.
I mean, Borderlands has
character design and just getting to know your character.
Borderlands has good, like they have good like guns, like good like designs on guns, but Overwatch has good like the models are solid.
Yeah, it's like every character is its own person, its own unique traits. So when there was no story, and I know there was like a little like animated production that was like you could read or you could watch, like there was a little bit of background, but and I know too, I'm an old head, right? So we're getting out of the age of like story mode in video games or campaign mode in video games, which for me, like I live for that stuff. Like I remember when there was no online mode and all there was story mode. Like there was no like I'm gonna go online
and play games. Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? So all you had was local multiplayer and story mode, and you would beat story mode about 3 times until you perfected it like on hard. So for me, getting into this new era of not having a story mode, like, and listen, developers got to get paid, so like I get it. It's more work, it's more programming, but I don't know, like just throw something in there, like just throw a little. You know what I'm saying? Like Ultimate came out, I was disappointed because they did the Space Embassy and Brawl, and then they did nothing in 4, and then 5 they did like these little spirit quests. But I'm like, just
the spirit quest was whack. It was whack. It was very cumbersome because it's like it's a full world of different of like all the characters, right? And it's like you're doing these challenges, but it's no reward off of the challenges. It's like you're just doing them just to do them. And some people they did Nuzlocks of them. I think that's how you pronounce it. But a lot of people have done Nuzlocks to make it interesting, but it wasn't fun. Like it was just kind of
everybody loved the story mode in Brawl. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like Brawl as a competitive game, like it's not there. But that story mode, like in particular,
it was great.
It was great because it just gave the characters more feel, more personality. Like small little, like it'd be like a 10-second, 15-second cutscene, but that does a lot when it's like seeing the characters interact with each other. So I'm a big campaign for PVE, and just a little bit of just throw some cutscenes in there. Just give me something, you know what I'm saying, so that we could see these characters fully developed, because that makes me more emotionally invested in a game. So yeah, Overwatch 2 should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Should definitely be a good one.
Next topic, right? A lot of news has been coming out about the Fantastic Dragons. I know there's a movie coming out, like a new movie. I don't know if it's coming out this year, but they announced a trailer for it. And people were asking Daniel Radcliffe if he was interested in playing like Harry Potter for one of like the Cursed Children movies, because other than Harry Potter, like the full series that went through the movie series, there are still a couple books left that it's kind of like next generation, his kids, his son, and he's like, yeah, nah, I'm good. He's like I'm such a different person since the Daniel Radcliffe that you guys have seen.
He's been doing it for so long.
He's like, yo, I like he said it himself. In an interview, he was like, unfortunately, like that would drastically change my life. And like, Daniel Radcliffe went from, Harry Potter to being like an actor on like Broadway type shit. You know what I mean? The switch is different. Going from a movie to doing like theater every night, it's a different feel. So like for him, he's an amazing actor.
He did that for like 10 years or something. Like
Yeah, it was a
Just complete.
long journey, and he
I
did
would
it.
I would need a. I don't even. Yeah, that's like but things like that. Like you do it, and then you reminisce on the memories, and then like he's gonna go down forever in history. You know, kind of like how like Tobey Maguire for Spider Man or Robert Downey Jr. for Iron. Like he's gonna go down like that's Harry Potter. But I wouldn't want to see like it's like asking Robert Downey Jr. to come back and be Iron Man again. It's like he's
Well, I
been
mean, bro,
doing it.
they killed his character off, but for him to come with a movie before Infinity War type shit, it'd be
I was
like,
saying like, well, my thing
yeah,
just outside of like the movie universe, like he's been doing Iron Man for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been Iron Man, like Iron Man when Iron Man 1 came out. You know what I'm saying? Like like
came
the
out years
first
ago.
like he's been doing it for so long. It's like, yo, just like Iki Mash, thank you for your time, thank you for your due diligence. Let's just let it, sometimes you just gotta let the actor go. When they ask what's his name? Hugh Jackson to do another Wolverine after Logan. It's
He's
like,
like,
yo,
nah, I'm done.
Logan is it. Logan's the last one. Like he's been not only was he moved not only was he Wolverine throughout all the X-Men's, but X-Men had a whole split. There's like in the Hollywood movies, and I'm not gonna get too much into it, but X-Men, like there's two timelines of X-Men, and he's Wolverine in both timelines. like he stayed Wolverine
Wolverine.
on the main timeline, and then this split and that split, and he's Wolverine in all of them. Like, so I was like, yo, that's it. Just
Wow. Well, I mean,
let him
forever
do
these characters are always going to be in the MCU forever. But I mean, we'll see. Like I think that cameo appearances for like for like Marvel specific. Like if you're doing a movie and it's like one of those like Infinity War joints, and you're like, I mean, it's definitely not whatever. We're not going to see an Infinity War movie, but a multiverse movie. That's like that may be something that we see these people come back in, but you know it's like, other than
they
that,
paved the like I said, they paved the way. Bring the new blood in, bring the new energy.
bring new heroes,
There's
bring
hella there's hella
new
heroes, hella
villains.
villains. Bring just let's just and it's a new generation too. You know what I'm saying? Like new kids, kids are growing up. They don't we grew up with the Hulk and Iron Man and
Yeah.
so let them grow up with they got Black Adam. I think The Rock is doing Black Adam and
Oh yeah, yeah,
um
and you got Robert Patterson doing Batman, which he did a phenomenal job.
he did a
You know what I
great job,
mean?
so let
Phenomenal.
it don't gotta be Christian Bale all the time. It don't gotta be Robert Downey Jr. all the like just
Just bring him in. Bring him
bring them
in.
in. And
You know.
we'll adapt as fans, as consumers, we'll adapt. So
Other
yeah.
than that, the other two things I got on my trending topic is there's a Play-Doh movie coming in 2022 to 2023,
Man.
and
Is
um,
it that sound like a Seth Rogen type thing?
it do though, it do though, it do though, it
The
do
Play-Doh
though.
movie.
It says Hasbro has ordered a film about Play-Doh from Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu and Big Sick writer Emily V. Gordon. So I don't know.
What? What?
I don't know. And the last thing I wanted to bring up in the trending topic is for anybody who isn't in this drama and beef with Kanye or like knowing about it, you know, essentially Kanye,
Redevelopment.
essentially redevelopment. Kanye, he lost his wife because he was wilding. She got a new man, which is that my man Skeet,
Yeah.
as Kanye called him, my man Pete Davidson, and Pete Davidson is sleeping in his wife's bed while Kanye and another he's somewhere else. So, Pete
Which like we
Davidson,
we saw it coming, but we
we
didn't
saw
think
it
it would
coming.
be this dramatic. I'm surprised Kanye hasn't dropped the album just dedicated to the
But
whole
bro,
situation at this point.
he don't even have to because bro, he's legitimately trying to ruin this dude's life, bro. Pete Davidson about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago,
Right.
he was scheduled to be on the Blue Origin the Blue Origin space flight is a trained astronaut for, I believe it's supposed to be in the summer. And I don't know if most people know about Blue Origin, but Jeff Bezos, he created that spaceship. And essentially the spaceship doesn't necessarily go to Mars or anything crazy. The spaceship just goes up to space and then it just comes back down. The pod, it just, it goes up and then the thrusters come off, and then the pod is just essentially kind of like a whole viewing screen where everybody can get out of their seats and like look at the galaxy and look at what's out there in space and come back down within like a few minutes. So Pete Davidson was supposed to be on that particular expedition, which is not really an expedition, but we'll call it an expedition to go and just look at the Milky Way and the stars. And essentially, he got cut. So I'm only assuming that Kanye's probably in the works, talking to this person and that person, or maybe because my man's been in the news, because of Kanye trying to ruin his life. Maybe Jeff Bezos was like, yeah, this is, I don't want this on my spacecraft. But either way, somebody is losing a chance to be an astronaut and be in space, and I would be pissed.
Yeah, and I mean, pissed. Kanye's been a top tier celebrity for so long. He definitely got connections.
So, yeah, he know all of these people, bro, and
I would say an unlimited like amount of connections. Like his man's Jay-Z is a billionaire. Like
absolutely.
So Kanye said he's a billionaire too, but I don't.
No, I mean he definitely is, but bro, this man was in Alaska on a freaking on the ice on a freaking a 3-wheeler, a 4-wheeler. I don't even know what you call that shit, but he was on that, so No normal person is on that with their dad, and or essentially it's not even no wheel. He got levers.
Number 2.
He got levers. He's got levers that's turning the wheels, bro. Levers. I'm like, oh shit. I don't know if anybody's seen his music video like a while ago with his dad. Like it wasn't extremely recent, but it was like maybe a couple years ago or a year ago. Rest in peace to my man Skeet. Shit.
Wow.
Shit. But other than that, that's a wrap for the end of the episode. Thank you for everybody who's been tuning in. We have been seeing on the YouTube channel that we have people watching, and we do appreciate all the love and support, all the likes, all the people who subscribe, to keep up to date with the episodes when we drop them. Mm-hmm. And we're just gonna keep doing it. Discord's coming real soon. More branding is coming real soon. Cooler things gonna come soon in the future. Springtime, baby. We out here. I'm excited for the weather coming out. And it's gonna be a good opportunity. It's gonna be a good thing going. So
solid. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Here's our socials, real quick. In case you want to find us, I'm at Trust0365 on everything, and my boy Jay here is at Keystrokes. I always forget your keystrokes. Your keystrokes on most things. So you could definitely find us on IG, and you can find the full posting of the videos on YouTube at the Divine Departure Podcast. Just type that in on YouTube. We'll be right there. Episode 11 is wrapping up. Like I said, we're gonna have more ways to communicate and get in contact with us coming soon in the future here. So outside of that, take care, continue to watch anime, and check out that Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Let us know how you feel about it. Hit us up directly, and we'll we might put your reply or your comment in the next video. So
all right, later guys.
Later.